Hello, everyone. Coming in from the House of Representatives Education Committee meeting. We were there specifically for the union busting bill, House Bill 178, which affects the collective bargaining abilities of firefighters, educators, and public servants and their unions throughout the state of Wyoming. So this bill specifically, the legislators and representatives said that they were looking for transparency. So they were asking for certain parts of the bill and different testimonies to give transparency on this item. However, this committee did not give transparency to the very people that it is affecting. So this bill initially was supposed to be read on Tuesday in a completely separate committee, but within about 24 hours, probably even less of that time, the committee decided to change to a different committee, the House Education Committee, which this bill was not originally filed under or introduced under. So by moving this date, that gate kept the ability for people and union workers and public servants who asked for the day off already to be able to show up to the Capitol to be able to testify. So that already eliminated the abilities of some of those people. We still were able to get a ton of people to show up to the new date and time, which was Wednesday at noon in one of the committee chamber rooms that's underneath in between the Capitol and the Hirschler building. And then the House also postponed that time. So we didn't even start the committee meeting until at least an hour and a half after most of the people had been there. So if there were workers that were there over their lunch hour, they had to leave because they had to go serve the rest of the state of Wyoming. This was an incredible misuse of those people's time, and incredibly disrespectful and honestly probably intentional. So postponing was also a huge way to limit the transparency of these legislators' intentions. Then they also limited public comment to only 10 minutes per each side. So if you were against the bill, there was 10 minutes total for public comment. Supposedly only 2 minutes at a time. Then if you were for the bill, another 10 minutes was allotted. However, a lot of those people that were for the bill, Representative Andrew decided to give more than 2 minutes in order to testify. So I thought that was an interesting show of their allegiance there. So what is the purpose and intent of this bill? This was one thing that a couple of the representatives that we did not see coming were asking about. There are some concerns potentially for the legality of this bill. There are concerns about trying to accomplish whatever the legislators are looking for with this bill based upon how it is now, and concerns about whether or not the House will have time to review it and amend it. So why do they also need union member information? That is very sketchy and possibly for intimidation factors as well. So on that same token, if they need our information, could the Freedom Caucus also release their information and give us their information about their payment, who funds them and their income, where all of that money comes from, whether it's for a campaign or if it's used for other purposes. If they are going to hold the unions to that standard, I feel like they should be held to the same. So let me know what you think. That's just a little bit about the gatekeeping and transparency of the union busting bill that was heard today.